The next sutta is 56.45. On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Vesali, in the great wood, in the hall with the peaked roof. Then in the morning, the Venerable Ananda dressed, and taking bowl and robe, entered Vesali for alms. The Venerable Ananda saw a number of Lichavi youths practicing archery in the training hall, shooting arrows from a distance through a very small keyhole, head through butt without missing. When he saw this, the thought occurred to him, these Lichavi youths are indeed trained. These Lichavi youths are indeed well trained in that they shoot arrows from a distance through a very small keyhole, head through butt without missing. Then when the Venerable Ananda had walked for alms in Vesali, and had returned from his alms round, after his meal he approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, sat down to one side, and reported what he had seen. The Blessed One said, "What do you think, Ananda? Which is more difficult and challenging, to shoot arrows from a distance through a very small keyhole, head through butt without missing, or to pierce through the arrowhead, or to pierce with the arrowhead the tip of a hair split into 7 strands?" And Venerable Ananda said, "It is more difficult and challenging, Venerable Sir, pierce with the arrowhead the tip of a hair split into 7 strands. And the Buddha said, "But Ananda, they pierce something even more difficult to pierce, who pierce as it really is. This is suffering. This is the origin of suffering. This is cessation of suffering. This is the way leading to the cessation of suffering. Therefore, Ananda, an exertion should be made to understand this is suffering. This is the origin of suffering. This is cessation of suffering. This is the way leading to the cessation of suffering." So here the Buddha says, it is much more difficult to really understand the 4 Noble Truths than to shoot an arrow and split a hair into 7 strands. Why? Because understanding the 4 Noble Truths is to understand it at a shallow level is not so difficult. But to understand it thoroughly and become enlightened, that is difficult. Because you have to cultivate your mind until it's so sharp, totally rid of all the defilements, the 5 hindrances, which means attaining at least the 4 jhanas. And then after that, then only you can see the Dhamma so clearly and understand the 4 Noble Truths. Remember that we read in the earlier sutta, even the Sotapanna and the Sakadagamin do not have joyous wisdom. And what's the other one? Swift wisdom. Anagamin and the Arahant has joyous wisdom and swift wisdom, meaning deep wisdom, which comes only with the 4th jhana. That's why it's not so easy to totally understand the 4 Noble Truths. There are some people, they just recite, Hu Chi Mie Tao, and they think they understand the 4 Noble Truths. That's really silly. That's what suffering, origin of suffering, cessation of suffering, and way leading to the cessation of suffering. They just repeat it like a parrot.